So now it is time to see where are we standing with the rear wheel. There was also lots of part missing, but luckily I was able to find them all. There are some small parts that need to be built, like distance rings here, and I will also need to make new threads here. I have already done here. So this is for the lining the rear wheel. The threaded hole is here, but once I install this part, it's not where it should be. So I am assuming that this part is not from this model. These shock absorbers are oiled shock absorbers. They are lubricated by oil. And there is model that has a grease lubrication, so I am assuming that this is from the grease model. So this axle, or how it calls, it is probably from the model that has a grease lubrication. So this hole here is probably into the center of this part. So I will need to make this new thread, similar like here. And that will solve that problem. On the rear mudguard there should be one small carrier. So once when you install the mudguard, somewhere here should be a small steel carrier that connect mudguard with this upper part of the frame. So I will need to make that part as well. I don't have it, but luckily the biggest problem that I had was this speedometer hub. This model has have a rear speedometer hub. There are some models that have speedometer hub on the front wheel, and I have seen the most of the model have a speedometer hub inside the gearbox, somewhere here. Victoria KR25, I believe all of them have that speedometer that is inside of the gearbox. So I didn't have this part, and this was the only speedometer hub that I found on eBay within period of 1 year. So it is almost impossible to find this part, well, at least here in Croatia. So I was lucky to find it, and I bought it. And also I bought the speedometer. It is from the same person, so the speedometer and the speedometer hub are from the same vehicle, and they should be synchronized, and I believe that it will show the correct speed. So this was the biggest problem. And also I didn't know that this model had the rear wheel speedometer, so I had trouble of figuring out how to install speedometer on the front wheel, because as you can see there is no space. So after I figured it out that the speedometer is on the rear wheel, I was hunting down the ads and luckily managed to find one. And I was able to paint this steering wheel parts. So this front fork part is complete. There is only one problem. I will need to make this bolt here, this nut here. It is 24 millimeter with a 1 millimeter thread, so it is not standard bolt. I will need to make this part new, and after that this section of the front fork will be complete. So this is it. This is how it's going to look like. There are some welding needed to be done. And also this hole here need to be welded. And after that, the paint job.